Welcome to the Imps View podcast show with me, Cornell B, /DJ Cornell B in the house. Back again! It's match reaction time to Lincoln City 2, Doncaster Rovers 1. After goals from Okoronkwo and an own goal scored by Doncaster Rovers, former Imps player Robbie Gotts scoring the own goal to give us all 3 points and get us where we are going to be finishing come the end of the season in the automatic promotion and be your new automatic promotion winners of the 25-26 season. Yeah? First of all, I've got to say thank you very much to the 696 subscribers who have subscribed to my YouTube channel. Honestly, I'm working so hard to get it up to 700 from now to the end of the year, so it'd be very appreciated if you guys obviously leave a comment, leave your like, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Honestly, working so hard, and it'll be very appreciated if you can get it up to get my channel up to 700, because I'm really working hard and I really want to achieve that goal and hit that goal from now to the end of until the end of the season, to the end of the year. So honestly, it'll be very appreciated. So, without further ado, let's get in the video. So, today, us Lincoln City managed to beat Doncaster Rovers at the LNER Stadium for Sasta Sincero. Honestly, us Lincoln City saw some changes. We saw Hamer come back into the team. Bradley keeping his place. Reach keeping his place. Doriqua and Okoronkwo playing as well too, which I basically would have played Okoronkwo, of course. I mean, I would have obviously wanted to see Thorne play today, because I felt Thorne really made a difference in the previous game in the Virtue Trophy against Barnsley. But, you know, sometimes we have to respect the decision of Michael Skubala, of who he wants to play and who he doesn't want to play. Honestly, I would have loved to see Finn Barbrook in the midfield, but it's the same thing. We have to respect Michael Skubala's decision. But honestly, I thought us Lincoln City played well. We did, and we played really well. 5-10 minutes of the game. Despite Doncaster had their chances, they had their domination, they got at us a couple of times. But us Lincoln City, we managed to find a way to win. We found a way to win. Yes, we were under pressure a couple of times. Brilliant cross from from Rob Street. Obviously, no one didn't get onto the ball. No one didn't get onto the last hurdle to put it in the back of the net. Draper unlucky again not to get onto it. Rob Street obviously had his goal disallowed, which I kind of felt, well, yes, I said to myself that I didn't feel it was offside for me, because, I mean, but when I looked at it properly and I looked at the replay, he did push the Doncaster player in the back, and I mean, if it wasn't for that, I think we could have had 2 or 3 goals today, because the way that we were looking, how clinical we were looking going forward was unbelievable. I mean, but you know, honestly, Rob Street was unlucky not to basically was very unlucky for him to have his goal disallowed, but it doesn't really matter. The most important thing was we got 3 points and we won the game. We defended very well in the first half, and we did. You know, we defended well as you would expect us to do. I thought our defence was spot on in the first half. Yes, we were opened up a couple of times. George Wickens made some very good saves in the first half. I mean, we was very unlucky not to even go a goal down, because I mean, especially that back pass from Bradley. That is one thing Sonny Bradley needs to learn from, is don't do the back pass. If you see you're under pressure, put it out of play. Put the ball out of play. Clear it up, hoof it upfield. Don't lay it off and let the player go through on goal. Lucky enough, Bradley cleared it off the line. Brilliant clearance from Sonny Bradley, and that's why he is the best centre back going this season, and why he is the best signing that we've done over the summer. And then, of course, you know, to go into half-time 1-0, brilliant finish again from Okoronkwo. Brilliant cross from Doriqua. Doriqua gets forward. Brilliant ball from Wickens to kick it, and with the goal kick, and then Doriqua runs down the wing, puts a good cross into the box, and then bang, honestly. And then, look, Okoronkwo, you know, has worked really hard, despite that some might think that he is a bench warmer, but when we start playing him and giving him the opportunities that he deserves, and this is a message to Michael Skubala, I think this is one thing I will say for Michael Skubala. Certain players, all like Okoronkwo, or like obviously Dexter the Keys is on international duty with his country, but players like him, players like Fawn, the players like Ring, these players need to be playing, because there's no point having them around and then they're not playing. I mean, Finn Barbrook, obviously, I would have loved to see him on the bench. That is one thing. I would like to see Finn Barbrook make his debut in the league and really make something happen. Even if it's on the bench, it doesn't really matter. But halftime was very important for us to go 1-0 up and try and defend the lead. And I was like, you know what? Try and go and get the second goal, win it, get the second goal, kill the game off. Honestly, look, listen, I thought we pressured them very, very well. And then Doncaster came out in the second half, and Doncaster came out all guns blazing, which they did, and they piled pressure on us, and they kept on getting at us in the second half. But I think the only thing I will say is that Sonny Bradley needs to do better, especially when you see. I mean, obviously they made a change in the second half. Obviously, Billy Sharp was being outmuscled by Sonny Bradley. Bradley was having his number. Honestly, even though Sonny Bradley is experienced too, just like Billy Sharp, but obviously McCann made the change and brought on their striker. So I mean Harlahan, obviously a player that us Lincoln City was linked with over the past. But look, only thing I will say is that Sonny Bradley, he needs to don't switch off. You're doing fantastically at the back. Keep on doing the hard work. Keep on working hard. Keep on being positive in defence. Keep on linking up with the likes of Jackson and Hamer and Towler and Reach and Deriqua and so on, and Mons as well. But also, don't switch off. Don't lose your man. Even if you know you don't want to make that mistake, you don't want to make that tackle, you don't want to make us a bad tackle, and then it might cost us to probably concede a penalty. Take that risk, but don't switch off, and don't let Brendan I can't pronounce his name, but Brendan Harlahan obviously get on goal. But look, listen, it was upsetting to concede it, even just before we conceded. I mean, Okoronkwo had a chance. He could have had 2 or 3 goals today. I mean, even the opportunity that Sonny Bradley put on the plate for him, that should have been 2-0, and the game should have been put to bed. But you know what? The team never gave up. They kept on going. That was the most important thing. We thought, oh yeah, we're going to switch off just because we conceded the equalising goal. No, we didn't. We kept on believing. Brilliant finish. Even though, yes, House thought he had scored, but it came off Robbie Gotts and he puts it in his own net, and it's 2-1 to us. That is the most important thing. The most important thing is that we carry on gaining momentum. We carry on the positivity, and the positive energy going forward. That is the most important thing. We are second in the table. We are in the automatic promotion, because that is where we want to be this coming the end of the season, and be the new automatic promotion champions. But other than that, we were brilliant today. I thought we were fantastic, and finally we've got the league win, and that is the statement that we are not giving up on the automatic promotion. We ain't giving up on it, and that's the most important. That's very important. Right now we've got more tough games coming up. We've got Wickham to play, then we've got to play Port Vale. So it's not going to be easy. It's going to be very, very difficult. But with the positive attitude, the positive mentality, we have a chance to win, to get points out of these games. And obviously for fringe players to get up, all like Okoronkwo and Ring and so on, to get opportunities. Brilliant to see Jeffries come on and get his opportunity as well. I'm very proud of him, obviously, even though, yeah, he got a yellow card, but so what, who cares? But at the end of the day, look, we won the game. That was important. And we got 3 points, and we are second. We're not giving up this season. This ain't over by a long shot, and we're going to work. This team is going to work so hard for us, Lincoln City, to go as further as you can and finish higher up and stay in second place where we deserve. And then come January next in the new year, just work on, improving our squad even more. Thank you so much for watching the Imps View podcast show with me, Cornell B, /DJ Cornell B. Honestly, thank you. I'd love to get it up to 700 from now to the end of the year. So it'd be very appreciated. Thank you so much. Up those Imps. Corners out.